If you want to see what's inside of the 7-Figure Dojo program and how we help clients with their marketing presence for 2023, make sure you hang around. Guys, my name is Jennifer Waters. I am the Sales and Systems Sensei. Thanks so much for being here. Today we're breaking open and revealing what exactly our 7-Figure Dojo clients go through to exponentially grow their martial arts schools. And if you've been watching our series on the 2023 marketing strategies, you know that we talked about some very specific things that martial arts school owners should do if they want to see growth this year. So today, I want to just pull back the curtain and show you what we're actually doing with our clients and inside of our flagship dojo so that you can go, hey, maybe this is something I want to check out. I started training in martial arts when I was very young. I'm a second-generation martial artist, and by the time I was 18, getting ready to graduate high school, the family's martial arts school was just not doing so well. So my mom, my dad, and I, we sat down and we said, okay, how are we going to grow this martial arts school? Or are we going to just shut it down and you're going to go off to college and find your own career path? We chose to do the former instead of the latter, and so we started investing time, money, and energy into growing the martial arts school and ultimately taking it to 7 figures in a 4-year window of time. And so today, what I want to do is show you how we did that and how we continue to generate 7 figures a year, but more importantly, what we do for our clients so that they can replicate the same process in their own martial arts schools. So let's dive in. So remember we talked about the 3 strategies that you need for your online media presence in the last video. We talked about a very strategic approach to marketing so that you're not just going, well, I need this event because I didn't do great last month, or I need to do this ad because I need to get more leads. No, you know what your marketing strategy is over a 90-day window so you can generate the leads that really are going to help you grow your martial arts school. So what we've found inside of working with so many clients, we're working with clients all over the United States, in Canada, in the United Kingdom. We've worked with clients in Australia before. And so what we've found is that when martial arts school owners come in, they're usually having some problems around 3 out of the 7 areas that we work on in order to help martial arts schools generate 7 figures. So there's 7 keys to generating 7 figures, but the first 3 are, once we start really working on that, that's when the school starts getting momentum. The first one that we start working on is we start working on acquisition. So really just taking that model of, hey, I need new leads coming in so then I can talk to them and sell them on my program. So if we can get that fixed, if we can work on what the strategic marketing plan is, what it is that clients are going to need in order to grow their martial arts school over the next 90 days, what happens is then we start getting that snowball rolling down the hill. It starts picking up steam. New leads are coming in, appointments are being set, and now we can get to the second piece, which is sales. Now, most people think, oh, I don't have to be good at sales. If they come in, they see what I do, I'm going to get them enrolled anyway. But here's the little, I guess I would say, caveat on that. What I found is that when martial arts schools, and I used to do the same exact thing, but I used to pick a price that sounded good and that I thought I could sell. So I would say, hey, maybe we can do 4 weeks for $49. That sounds like an easy sell. And then from there, we can then move them up to a higher price point. It sounded good, and that's how I chose what the price point was to sell them at. It had nothing to do with if we were even making money or we losing money or anything like that. And because of that philosophy, it really screwed us up for a very, very long time until we finally flipped the switch and we started getting more profitable, which meant once we became more profitable, we could reinvest some of that profit back into ads. So it became this perpetual cycle of getting new leads in the door and new students in the door. There are typically 3 different areas that we have to focus on first when we start working with clients, because what we figured out after years and years of working with clients from all over the world, we're talking about all across the United States, Canada, as well as the United Kingdom, and we've also had clients in Australia, is that there's really only 7 keys to generating 7 figures. And once you figure out which one of these keys that you need to work on first, you can start chipping away at it. So the first 3 that we typically see are acquisition, sales, and student success. Let me break this down for you, okay? So acquisition, what does it take to actually bring in a new student? This encompasses all the marketing strategies that we were just talking about. So being able to put a cohesive marketing plan in place, being able to get the right message out to the local community, being able to be online and have a specific presence, and then being able to wrap that up into a strategy. If we can put all of those things in place for a client, then we can start increasing the amount of leads that they're generating, which then starts that process of building the snowball that then tumbles down the hill. So we want to start there. If we've got a lot of leads coming in, now we should start looking at sales. And here's what I've also found to be true. When we're looking at sales and the process for sales, one of the things that a lot of martial arts school owners will tell me is they'll say, Jen, like, we don't need help with sales. We close at 95%. Everybody who comes in, they sign up. And that's great. But here's what I would ask to do. First, let's dive into what it actually costs to acquire a customer, and then let's see if you're profitable. Because this is what I used to do back in the day, is I used to tell my dad, hey dad, this sounds like a really good deal. Why don't we do 4 weeks for $49? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Or we would come up with different ideas to do, and then what ended up happening is we were basing our sale on the process, whether or not the dollar amount sounded good and if we thought we were making enough money. But we weren't basing it on actually acquiring a customer or what it took to even pay out bonuses or commissions to people that might be enrolling the students, so we didn't have to do it. The problem is that if you're closing that many people, you probably aren't charging enough or what your market can bear. So some of this and some of what we do is actually research the local area for you. This is what we do for our clients. We figure out, okay, this is a good price point. This is a price point that you should be confident at selling, and also they'll get you the profitability that you're looking for so you can further impact your community. Now, the third thing that we focus on after that is we start looking at the student success journey. So we're just going in and we're going, okay, now that people are enrolling in the program, do we have a cohesive plan in place for them to be successful? Not just for 3 months, not just for 6, but for years of martial arts training. Because I'm sure all of us would agree that to become a true martial artist, you need to spend years developing your craft. You can't just come in, take a few classes, and then be like, I'm an expert in martial arts. It doesn't work that way. So how do we get this very fast-paced, instant gratification society, how do we get them to then shift over to, yes, I'm willing to stick at this thing for years? If you don't have that clearly mapped out, it won't matter how many leads you acquire or how many people that you get to enroll into your martial arts school. They're going to quit eventually because they see nothing at the end of the tunnel and they see nothing that they can work towards achieving. So that's the next thing that we work on. And once we start really developing these out for our clients and digging into those individual strategies, again, our clients are seeing exponential growth. Like Wendy. Wendy came into our program, and shortly after getting started in our program, we started fixing these things. And Wendy was able to enroll over 30 students in the month of October of 2022 just by implementing what we're talking about. In fact, she even mentioned that she has a 3- and 4-year-old wait list because the program was so popular. Or Jonathan in Canada. Jonathan went in, he took everything that we said, started putting it into place. Because our dojo assistant was able to take off some of the burden of following up on leads, he was able to then get over 29 enrollments in the month of November. Who does that in November? Well, Jonathan did. And so what we would like to do is be able to replicate that same exact process for you in your martial arts school, because it's not based on having a special. It's not based on being the loudest and the most outlandish martial arts school in your town or becoming a McDojo. It's none of those things. It's about creating a sustainable future for you, for your family, and for your martial arts students so you can create a legacy. But at the same time, enjoy the life that you have by centering all of these strategies around the life that you want to live. If you are interested, you want to take a deeper dive into what we do, just click the link on our YouTube channel or in the description to join our 7-Figure Dojo Secrets Facebook group for martial arts school owners. This is where we dive into these strategies in even more detail. And plus, if you want to get connected, you want to find out more information about what we do for our clients, I would suggest come into the group, check out one of the videos, and just ask for more info. And by the way, if you ask for more info, put your credit card away because we just want to see if we can help first anyway. So make sure you do that, guys. Until next time, keep being awesome. I'll see you back here.